So I made this video to help me decide if I should replace my deep cycle battery with the lithium iron phosphate, which has been getting a lot of publicity on eBay and YouTube. So I plugged my shore power directly into the inverter. It activates all of the 110 volt outlets in the RV just like any shore power would do. However, it immediately starts to charge the deep cycle battery. So to overcome that, I found the fuses in the control panel, and that stopped the charging of the battery through the inverter, which is kind of a loop, right? We're charging the battery and taking juice from the battery. But anyway, it was an interesting to see that the coach charger takes about 5 amps, which keeps the battery in good condition. So I did do that, and this is my first video, and I just thought I would see how it came out, and I appreciate any of your comments. Thank you. So to start my experiment, I have an inverter near my coach battery in my RV, and I wanted to plug the shore power into the inverter, which I did. And if you follow this white extension cord, it goes out here, and I'm going to plug it into the RV shore power. So I plug the shore power into the extension cord, which goes directly to my inverter, and the voltage is 12.9, which is really good for a battery that's 5 years old, a lead acid deep cycle battery. So most RVs will have your control electrical panel inside, and mine has the 120 volt portion of the panel and the 12 volt portion of the panel. So in order to stop the inverter, which is connected to my battery, to stop the inverter from charging the battery, I removed a fuse, which basically disconnects the charging system to the battery. So my next test will be with the three-way refrigerator, which is an excellent size with a freezer that's always well below freezing. So when I put the refrigerator on shore power, which I just did, and then of course it has propane. Now, propane, of course, is really the best. Those of us that are fortunate to have a three-way refrigerator, propane is the simplest way and the best way, and then there's no need for shore power or battery power. But now let's go look at the amount of amps the refrigerator is using on shore power connected to the battery. So now, walking back out to the inverter, I am looking at the amount of watts, which says 140 watts with the refrigerator turned on. And that's a very doable situation without shore power, just using the deep cycle battery. I'm going to turn on the air conditioning unit, which is connected only to the inverter, which is connected to our deep cycle battery. So I'm going to power it on, And I'm starting with it on fan mode only. And if you can hear me, the fan is running very well, which is being powered only through the deep cycle battery. Now I'm going to switch it to air conditioning. Put the microwave on, but I set it to 0 power and it's working just fine. And as you can hear it, the air conditioner is on and it's set to fan only, which is working fine. Now I'm going to go outside and see how many watts of electricity we are using with the fan mode and the microwave set on 0. So now I'm looking at the amount of watts used, and it's went up to 245 watts. So a little bit of an increase with the microwave set on 0 power. Okay, we're going to do the microwave test with the battery plugged into shore power through the inverter. So we'll put a little bit of water in here. Put 1 minute on the microwave. Power only 50%, and we'll hit start. So even with the microwave power down to 50%, it is still quite a strain on the lead acid house battery. As you can see, it stopped it stopped very quickly at 10 seconds.